Alright, so, welcome to Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. I know we haven't done Ritual of the Night yet, but I'm saving that for after the second Castlevania marathon, because it has a lot in common with Symphony of the Night, and I want to do that first.
Welcome to Bloodstained Curse of the Moon also.
Also.
Yes, very good.
Anyway, yeah, this is a direct sequel to Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, and is a pseudo-NES game like the last one. Although it takes place, it follows up from an ending of a Bloodstained 1 that is not possible to achieve in the actual game.
Because, fever dream ending.
Zangetsu, the peerless swordsman from the east, crossed paths with the fellow travelers on his quest for revenge. They overcame perilous battles and forged deep bonds, ultimately working together to strike down the demonic threat they pursued. Because, the thing is, in one, you either have Gremory possess Zangetsu and they kill him, or everyone else dies. Somebody dies in every ending of Bloodstained 1, but this is a scenario where nobody died. However, their journey was not yet complete. Dominique, an exorcist sent by the church who was sworn to revenge against demonkind, spread word of a tower of unknown origins. It is said to be constructed using methods once thought to be impossible for man to achieve. It was known by the church as the Demon Tower. The church was not very creative. As if called forth by the tower itself, the demon's castle appeared once again. Is this a curse of fate, or the whim of the moon? Zangetsu's blade flashed in the moonlight once more as the demon's stronghold beckoned. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, the castle is called the Hellhold in the Bloodstained universe.
I think so.
Huh.
Yeah, this is only mentioned in Ritual of the Night.
Is that a play on Hellhole?
Probably.
Look at that moon. It's completely... It has no craters.
Yeah.
Wow, it had exfoliation.
Actually, well, you can see some indents in it. They're just colored very brightly, so it's hard to tell. I love the scrolling of the clouds in this first level. That's really pretty.
Crowd of clouds. I might have mentioned this in the first Bloodstained game, but this seriously reminds me of this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Game Boy game.
I don't think you did, actually.
I didn't? Because I definitely was thinking it. So yeah, I played this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, and I really have nothing more to say about that other than it reminds me of it.
Well, to be fair, the TMNT games were made by Konami, who made Castlevania, so maybe there's some ties there.
Maybe.
I mean, the graphics sure were a lot better in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Well, to be fair, the graphics in this are supposed to look like NES Castlevania.
Yeah.
Again, specifically Castlevania 1 and 3, although they're also more advanced because again, those moving cloud graphics would not be possible on the NES at all.
They're beautiful. I must say the colors are also very nice too in this game, I'm noticing. It's just Zangetsu's sprite that's a little weak.
Well, you're probably
looking... intentional.
Yeah, it's intentional. The Castlevania 1 and 3 sprites were not very detailed and limited to a single color palette mostly, and this is clearly trying to emulate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
So, Gabe, you played this game, just today, actually.
So, Gabe, you played this game?
I did. I made it to stage 7 before we had to start.
Yeah.
But, I had a lot of fun with it. Some of the characters, I feel like, are pretty good. Some of the other characters, I don't find myself using too much. We'll get there.
Well, the first game had the same thing going on.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there.
I only used Zangetsu and Alfred if I wasn't finding, if there was a time where I wasn't really gonna get much use out of Miriam or G-Bill, who are significantly better characters in my eyes.
Yeah. Let's see my experience. This first level is a good introductory level. If you played the last game, then you're obviously familiar with everything here. But if you just started with this one, I feel like this is also a really good introductory stage. You got to use your special weapon to take out these cauldron guys. You got enemies who are at varying heights, so you got to use your crouch and your
Imagine
jump
being a
slices.
cauldron, but also being alive.
Yeah, that'd be a fate worse than death. It's like, here is my purpose, to empty out continuous streams of liquid for all eternity.
Sorry, what?
There's There's some pretty good sub weapons for each character. The one you just picked up, which is basically the holy water, I feel like it's pretty good.
Yeah,
And I know I wanted to use
isn't
it here, but
Zangetsu isn't really different than in the first game.
yeah.
Carnivorous plants.
Yeah, little shop of horrors. Yeah, I mean, I'm not done with it.
Obviously, you'll go in
Players.
more when we do final thoughts at the end of this playthrough. And
I was
actually,
like, yeah, this is halftime final thoughts. I mean, not even halftime. Beginning final thoughts.
Yeah.
Beginning thoughts. New thoughts.
on
start
that
thoughts.
note, this commentary is actually going to have quite a few more parts than the last one because when we did the first Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, I really only did the normal mode run, which ended on the cliffhanger of Gremory has possessed Zangetsu.
Yes, sir.
Where I didn't bother with Nightmare mode, where Miriam, Alfred, and Jeeble go to save him, and they kill him, but they put his soul at ease. I didn't bother with that just because I wasn't really feeling up to it. In this playthrough, I'm being a bit funky with it, okay? There's a lot of worth to going through all of it, but there are 4 modes instead of just 2 this time around.
Yes, sir.
The first one's a traditional one. The second one, which is basically Nightmare mode, I'm only really covering the final stage. The third episode I'm doing in full because it's going to give you access to a lot of different routes, much like playing as Knuckles in a Sonic game would.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like worth giving the second look at. And then the final one, I'm only doing the additional true final stage. Anyway, it's time for the first boss.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that back there, but
I sure did see that back there.
Before you enter a lot of boss rooms in this game, like you'll see something happen in the foreground or the background rather.
Yeah.
Man, this boss was a fucking joke. To be fair, it is the first boss, but so far this is the only boss that
he looks a lot like he looks really creepy, but he really doesn't put up much of a fight.
No.
He kind of reminds me of that 2-headed dragon that we fought in the
you mean
previous
Slifer?
one.
Yeah,
but I mean, it sort of reminds me of it in the way that his jaw unhinges, and then on the inside there's another head. Oh, and the tail is also a head, so it's a 3-headed.
It's kind of like it's kind of an alien. He's got an alien thing going on.
Yeah. This boss is pretty easy. It's especially not just because it is the first boss, but his attack patterns are just, it took me 1 cycle to just get the boss. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I get what
attacks
you're
low, attacks high.
I get what you're
His tail traces
saying.
wherever you are.
The hard mode version of the boss is actually quite a bit tougher though, because he really does not give you a lot of openings to attack him. I mean, it gives you the same number of openings, but the attacks are a lot more aggressive, and so you need to prioritize dodging over striking. On a boss that only reveals his vulnerable spot occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
I like his tail phase though, because if you just stand by the platform in the back, then the shot goes right over you.
Yeah, you attack while the tail is up. The game tells you to attack while the tail is up, and it actually means it this time instead of like in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, it's trolling.
The funny part is even the retranslation had that error in there.
Wait, so it was a translation error?
Final Fantasy VII's translation is not very good.
Nope.
Because that's a really unfortunate one.
Oh, dude,
It's not just a humorous or...
Yeah, no. And it's the first
That's
boss, too, in
really
that as well.
unfortunate.
You're too slow, Zangetsu. I felled the target before you. You have some nerve
have
using me
fallen
as a
the target.
decoy. Come on, I had no choice. You were the only person I could rely on for this. Let me lend you my strength, and we will slay those demons together. I have faith in you, Zangetsu. I have to say it like that because in Ritual of the Night he's voiced by David Hayter.
He's very brooding.
Dude, Dominique is fucking... Oh, what a beaut.
I mean, not Dominique, but...
Yeah, Dominique, as mentioned before, is an
for sure.
exorcist sent by the church. If it's the Holy Catholic Church or not, I'm not sure. It's kind of unclear where the location is, just really the time frame, which is right around the beginning of the Industrial Revolution.
Sure.
So
This
I've
is
yet to
the
get my
this is the
hands on
same
the exorcism rite for the church.
this is the same blurb about multiple characters that the first game had. Like, I think that it's the exact same. Like, they didn't change the dialogue at all here.
Yeah.
No one else can even pick them up. But yeah,
That's too heavy.
Zangetsu is voiced by David Hayter, so I'm just giving him the snake voice.
Yeah. Dominique.
Yeah.
Dominique.
Dominique.
Here you go. This is a DuckTales character. She has spear. You can spear up or also spear down, which helps you bounce.
We'll get more into her in a sec, like in the next part. Next time on Smash Team Games.
Wink,
Not
wink.
used to parts this short, dude.
Gabe, shut the fuck up. That was the most uninspired euphemism that you could laugh at possible, and it still got you going.
I didn't even get it. I missed
She
it.
can get it.
Off to a great start.